Boom. Yeah, that was my last one for that.
All right, this game was overall SCP Secret Lab.
It's pretty okay.
It's a fun. It's fun. I had fun doing that.
It would definitely be better if like you just had like your friends with you.
Yeah, if you had like a group of people or whatever that were actually like not children.
It would be super fun to literally. I think if you thought we got 20 people we knew together playing this game.
Yeah.
It's just like some people are scientists and stuff, and then some people are SCPs, and it's just gonna be hilarious because everyone, once again, you're gonna have all the SCPs unfortunately gang up on somebody and just be like, "Well, we're gonna fuck John today." Like,
it's like, oh,
you know what I mean?
There's John.
Ignore everybody else. Pick one person and pick on them.
Yeah, that would actually be like, you know, what would make this game a lot better. I feel like if the map wasn't as confusing. Yeah. Like, I get it. It's supposed to be made. I need more because you go to a hospital, there's lines on the floor telling you where to go. Like, this can be a maze. I get it, because there need to be lots of areas for you to run around and hide and stuff if you're, like, a scientist or Class D personnel or whatever. But I also need to be able to find where I'm trying to get to. And I feel like that it would benefit from, like, that kind of stuff. Or if, like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe... well, I think one of the biggest things with it is the fact that it's just, like, I guess because of the lore of the SCPs, even the whole thing with the prisoners is like using them for like experiments and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, well, we're gonna build this like labyrinth that's hard to navigate. That way, if something like this would ever happen, you know what I mean, or a prisoner escape, they can't get out because they have no idea where they're going.
But I feel like the guards would need some sort of navigational system.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like, you know. Well, like, you know, you've watched Markiplier play SCP Outbreak and stuff. Like, they have the, you know, fucking PDAs that like, tell you like if there's SCPs around, but it has a map. You know, like, I mean, like, within the context of the game, you can't basically access the map. When you pull it up, it shows you like what's around you. So it'd be fairly obvious that like you'd have something on you that has like, this is the map of the facility kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but why not take it to that extent where you could use that to like plot your way out? Because you could still have all the doors and the key cards and everything else you need to get out.
Yeah,
and you might have like a, you know, determination of how you need to get out, but then like different doors might be locked or whatever. So you could still do that and have a map in the game and still have it be challenging.
Yeah. Because then like the other thing that I'm like even noticing is like, especially as like the one I like 106, I was so slow compared to everybody.
Yeah.
And, like, there was no way for me to, like, catch you if you were running away. Like, my only way to catch up was if you had to stop to open a door. But then if you turn around and close it, I'm immediately behind again because I go slowly through the doors.
Yeah.
But also, to be fair, this game is only, like, a year old.
Yeah.
So it still has, like, updates.
Time to be updated and tweaked and everything else. So, no, I definitely agree. I don't know. I definitely feel like it has such great potential in it, and it was moderately fun. Yeah. But it's just like, maybe there should be, you know, more variety of SCPs in there.
I mean, because what we've got 106, 49,
106, 96,
something else. I don't know. There's like 5.
173. And whatever the fucking lizard dudes are.
Hey, let me go to the page. It'll tell me. It says it has 173, but I don't remember him ever showing up.
Well, the one guy was that member, but he was just like staring in the corner of the room.
106 is the one I was playing at, the Plague Doctor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Plague Doctor.
914 is I literally found 914. That's the machine that turns things into other things.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, he's just
like playable, like SCPs. Like no one fucking spawns into the world as 914.
Let's see. 96 is Shy Guy who screams, and that one we did.
Yeah.
SCP 939. A monster which you can only see if you make sound. Was he?
I don't think anyone was ever that.
Plague Doctor. Oh no, that's the dog thing.
The dog thing.
Yeah, the weird thing on 4 legs with the spikes and everything.
The lizard dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You can only see them if they make sound, or if you make
They
sound?
can only see if you make sound.
That would explain definitely why, like, now I was never playing as one of those, but, like, that would definitely explain
why they were acting the way that, like, they weren't attacking people. Yeah, 'cause spectating them.
I was spectating a prisoner who was standing literally, like, at the edge of the stairs, and this thing ran by him chasing somebody else, and I was like, why would you not just go after the guy that's just standing there?
Because he couldn't see it.
Because he couldn't see him. But I remember, like, spectating, like, those things, but it doesn't look like their vision's any different. It would just have to be like, if someone makes noise, they just appear on your screen.
Yeah.
Which would be completely jarring, to be honest.
Yeah. And I feel like one of the other things is, like, because there's, what, 1, 2, 3, there's 5 factions in this. There's the scientists who just want to, like, they just want to escape the facility.
Prisoners.
The prisoners who also want to escape. Then there's Nine-Tailed Fox, which is basically the Foundation guards.
Yeah, whatever, the MTF, yeah.
And then there's the Chaos, who want to help the Class D in order to escape to get information out of them, and then the SCPs.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the issues too, because there's 5 different factions, and so when you have 20 people, you know, because like the Chaos and the guards are just immediately shooting each other.
Yeah.
And then the guards are going to shoot Class D personnel. Like, yeah, they could get guns and help you, but they want to get out.
Yeah.
And especially because, like, once you're a scientist and you die, you just respawn as a guard. And if there's... Because, like, I've noticed that if there's Class D personnel, you'll respawn as Chaos Insurgency.
Yes. Yeah. All the time.
And you'll do that until there's no more Class D personnel, and then you'll just start respawning as the guards. And then you'll do that until all the SCPs are dead. Or I don't know if, like, until maybe they wipe you out. Like, if the SCP wipe out the guards, maybe the SCP win. If the SCPs escape, because I did that one time, I think.
Yeah, I think actually with the SCPs, it is a whole thing about actually just, like, escaping the facility, too.
Yeah.
So, realistically, for 3 of the factions, it's literally just about making it to the exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, they need to tweak some of the stuff with it, especially for the factions of, like, what they need to do. You know what I mean?
Because, like, I feel like you playing as, like, a scientist or Class D personnel, you literally don't do anything. Like, in the end, you just grab a gun, and you have to make it for the exit. But I feel like the scientists should be able to do things special to the scientists.
The biggest thing I think a scientist should be able to do is be able to fucking open doors with a key card without having to fucking have the key card equipped.
Yeah.
That's so annoying, that the fact that it's just, like, even as, like, you know, fucking the MTF or, you know, the Chaos, it's just like, I walk up to a thing and I'm like, oh my god, I have to open this fucking door. Let me put my weapon away, open the door, oh, there's an SCP standing right there, where it's like, realistically, why can't I literally just have my gun, like my P90 in one hand, fucking go boop, and just touch the fucking door, you know what I mean? And,
Well,
like,
because when I was playing as a guard, I just walked up to a door and I hit open and it opened.
Well, now if they have key cards, you have to have the key card out.
Ah.
Other doors, yeah, you just walk up, you hit it, it's like boop, and it opens. But anything that requires a key card, you have to unequip your weapon and equip your key card, and then you have to basically go back into your radio menu and fucking equip your weapon again. And once again, if you open it up and, like, if you're Chaos and there's a guard or an MTF on the other side or an SCP, you're just like, fuck me, like.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that kind of sucks about it, is like, and to put it in perspective too. So SCP-96 basically one-shots you most of the time, maybe 2 hits. The guards, pretty much, you take like 7 bullets and you die. But then, like, when you play as, like, 106, you, like, put people in the pocket dimension.
Yeah.
They only take damage the longer they're in the pocket dimension. All you have to do is pick an exit and run out of it. You know what I mean? So it's like, your chances of actually killing anybody as 106 is, like, fucking impossible.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not all the exits let you leave.
Yeah, but once again, you go in. There's what, 10 exits?
Yeah.
Like the first time you put me in there, I literally walked straight ahead and I was out of it.
Oh. See, because like when it got me in there, I had like 5 seconds to get out before it killed me.
Well, the thing is like I went in at full health. When I left, I was at like 96% health.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because it's literally like every like second or two that you're in there is like boop boop. It's like every second or 2 seconds is like 1% of your health.
See, but I feel like I had like pretty full health when I went in there.
I don't know. Like I say, I literally got in there and I just literally walked straight and I was out. But like that one guy that you were chasing at one time and that you actually threw in the pocket dimension, I was spectating him.
Yeah.
After you sent him to the pocket dimension, and once again, by the time I switched over to spectate him, he was already out of it.
Yeah. See, and like it was so hard to get him in there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how close you have to be. I don't know if I'm supposed to be stealthy about it.
Yeah. Basically, it really sucks. Like the real thing with like 106 is the fact that it's just like you're an inconvenience.
Well, yeah, and
it's like your whole thing is to set up a portal somewhere deep in the facility and then walk around and send people to your pocket dimension. That way, when they leave, they spawn back at because wherever it was at. Did you set up a portal like in like a reddish room?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's wherever
so.
you set your portals up is where the fucking you're sending these people to, because like the one time I did it and like the 2 other guys that you like did it to, they all went back to the same area. Like
interesting
that I went out of. So I'm like, wow, he must have had to set up like a drop portal here or whatever.
Yeah, because I set up a portal to spawn back to. Because like I had set one up, and when like everyone respawned and I went into that room, I used my portal to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It just like I don't know. And then like with the Plague Doctor, what the fuck does the Plague Doctor even do? Like
he turns you into zombies.
To play it.
I think. Like he turns you into his. It's like he turns you into SCP like 49-2, which is a zombie.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say like I didn't get a chance to play as him, and other than the one time you said you were the. Sorry. Other than the time you said you were the Plague Doctor, and then that one guy I seen kind of sitting there before you got his ass fucking shellacked.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Plague Doctor at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I say, I feel like I'm really just tearing his fucking game down for no apparent reason. But
no, like it's a great game.
No, it's really good, and it could. But it could use the polish. You know what I mean?
it's like it's an indie game. It's I don't even know how people made it. I don't know anything about it, honestly. I just saw it on Reddit one day, and I was like, we got to play this.
Yeah, no, and trust me, compared to some of the games that we've played, sometimes like. And once again, like, and I know I've played Vindictus before, but even going back and playing it with somebody else, I was just like, here recently, I'm just like, wow, this game definitely like hasn't really aged super well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like we wasted our time by playing that game.
No, like,
maybe other than like the time where it was like we played and there was like 5 people and we were like, oh man, like.
But we literally did that to learn how to play.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that was the thing is. For us to literally be like 1 and 2 in the thing, to like kind of maybe learn the layout, kind of learn a little bit about it.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. And then like we did one match with like 4 people, and then we like just continued to do it for like 2 more times. We were like, all right, like we should have probably ended it after like the second time. You know
yeah, after we kind of like understood how things were gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because also like. First, I'm just looking at their page for like the developers, and they're called Northwood Studios, and they're a small game studio.
Yeah.
And this game came out December 29th, 2017, so it's a little over a year old. Honestly, there have been games out longer than this that are like early access, and they're crappier than this.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I really hope the game gets, you know, more updates, get more tweaks, more polish to it.
Yeah,
I definitely think it's got a great premise to it, but
it's got a great fan base immediately.
Yeah,
because like it's literally one of the most interesting things I've ever stumbled upon in my life are SCPs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, I'm probably not that much into it like you are.
But you know what I mean?
know,
Like, there's
yeah, Cody was
thousands
really
of
into
them
it too.
Yeah,
Oh,
like there's thousands of them. They're like some of them are okay, but some of them are super interesting. You know.
Oh no, I agree. Some of them are super interesting, but some of them are also kind of like super dumb.
But even like as a community, you know, they've built all these like this lore around it, and like the different like containment procedures, and like some of the stories like interact with each other.
Yeah, there's like the one that's like a mask or something that like is constantly like dissolving or something. Anything that's put on.
Then there's like a weird little alien. There's like this weird little alien thing that just kind of walks around the facility it's in, because it literally doesn't do anything. It just has to be escorted back like every night or whatever. They have to escort it back to its cell, and it goes to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's like just that kind of stuff, and it's weird. And there's other SCP stories that involve like him interacting with them, just because they want to see like what these things do.
Yeah, and then there's like the one SCP where it's like a book, but it has like the list of every other SCP that's in there.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and every time a new one's discovered, it basically like adds a new page and has all the new stuff on it. You know what I mean? About the SCP.
And it's just like, it's such a weird community, because they just did this from I don't know how it started. It's just kind of here.
Yeah, I'm actually really kind of curious on how it actually started, but I think it has something to do with whatever 173.
Is it
the concrete statue thing?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if that's how it started, or if that's just like the most popular one.
I definitely know it's the most popular one. I have a feeling it's somewhere around there is how it kind of like started, because that picture is of like a artist, like
it's a statue,
statue or art installation thing they did, and it's like it's in a storage facilities where it's at. But it was like the picture is back from like 2002 or 2004 or something like that. It's like an old ass picture.
Here, I just looked it up. The SCP Foundation is a fictional organization documented by the web-based collaborative fiction project of the same name. This is not what I wanted to read. Never mind. Hang on. Where'd it go? I had like a little excerpt. Okay, the SCP Foundation series originated in the paranormal forum of 4chan, where the first special containment procedure of SCP-173 was posted in 2007.
Yeah.
And then the wiki was created in 2008. So this is like 8 years old. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all the older SCP
and it came
is.
from fucking 4chan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like crazy, because like I remember like I started reading SCPs in probably 2009, like 10 years ago.
I probably
guess 12.
Didn't really
I
start
can't do math.
until, like,
12 years. SCP is 12 years old.
I probably didn't really start reading anything till probably like 2011, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
2011, 2012. That'd probably be right around the time that I really kind of started reading it. But once again, because the same thing though is at the same time that like kind of what got me into it was that was at kind of like the height of the popularity of a lot of the creepypastas. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, it's basically how this started.
Yeah. And then you gotta think about it though too, is like, for example, like whatever, the crying man, the weeping man, whatever they want to call him, or like that.
Yeah.
He's basically the rake. You know what I mean?
I think he's called the shy guy, but yeah.
Or shy guy, whatever. He's basically kind of like the rake.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, because I remember
the same thing.
When like I always start, because I liked reading creepypastas. I liked reading creepy stories. Yeah. And that's definitely why I got like drawn into SCPs so easily.
Yeah. See, I guess my biggest thing is it scratched an itch that I had for a while, where it's just like I literally come home from work after working until like 4 a.m. and I would just like hop on my computer and like eat my sheets or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd stop at sheets on the way home, and then I would just like hop on my computer and just like read stuff on Wikipedia pages. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds really weird, but I'd watch a video or do something. And I'm like, well, I want to learn more about that. And I just hop to a Wikipedia page and keep hopping. And sometimes it'd be like on Warhammer, and you spend an hour and a half on a Warhammer Wikipedia page, you know what I mean? Or just flipping through it, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'd come home and like read something on like a creepypasta forum or something. I'm like, oh, that was a pretty good one. Like, read another one or something. Then it eventually got to a point where it was just like, I had found like, you know, the SCPs, and it was just like, come home and read fucking SCP wikias. You know what I mean?
Because I specifically remember how I discovered it. because it was like shortly after I started using Reddit, and I was on the No Sleep subreddit, which is a bunch of scary stories that people write, and on there, and I was looking through like the.
Now, is that related to by any chance to the No Sleep podcast?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
They might be inspired by the name, but that's about it. I don't know which one came first. I don't know anything about the No Sleep podcast.
You should definitely listen to it. It's like a horror story podcast. It's really good.
I've been listening to Welcome to Night Vale, which has been really cool.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you should look that one up. It's pretty good. But anyways, I was reading it, and it was the story I read was the Russian sleep experiment.
Oh god, that was a classic.
It's getting and it's like a classic one. It's getting made into like a short film or a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember reading that, and I was like, oh, this was really good. And I was going through the comments, and someone was like, this reminds me so much of SCPs. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't even like look it up after that. And then I was reading some other scary stories, and it was like a week later, there was another one about like this creature, and someone was like, oh, this is exactly like SCP whatever number. And I was like, okay. And then someone linked to it. And I went to it, and I started reading the SCPs, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, these are crazy. And then I discovered, like... Because honestly, I didn't even read SCP-173 until, like, 3 or 4 years ago. I knew everything about it because people always talked about it.
Yeah.
And I'd watch people play, like, SCP Containment Breach and stuff. And, but yeah, it was just... I remember that's just how I discovered it, because then I was like, whoa. Because I kept seeing people talking about SCP, and I was like, what is that? And, you Google SCP, and there it is.
Yeah, it's a fucking deep rabbit hole, man.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
We should do a podcast.